So here's how to make your intentions 10 times more effective. Hey, I could say 100, right? Here's how to make your intentions 111 times more effective. I want you to feel this. Ready? I have an intention to make a podcast today. I do. I have an intention to make a podcast today. Feels good, doesn't it? Sort of like an affirmation. I have an intention to go shopping today and get good deals. I have an intention. All right, here's the kicker. Ready? Notice how these feel. I have an intention to be nice to Victoria today. I have an intention to tell you the truth about intentions. Yeah, you notice how it gets a little weird, and it should. Because intentions are not what manifest. Intentions are... Neville Goddard taught to imaginally experience an active self-predominant that implies your wish is fulfilled. What the hell does that mean? Right? In other words, it's got to be you. It's got to be about you. It's got to be from you. It's got to include you. It's got to be you. In a way that's different after your wish is fulfilled. We follow the philosophy of one sip simple. In other words, if your imaginal act takes more than just a sip of coffee and time, you're probably making a mind movie. Mind movies, they feel good, don't they? For a while. But like a caffeine rush, I mean, you make your coffee, you add some sugar, you get a donut, and you're feeling really good for a little while. Zoom, zoom, zoom. See, when people imagine the wish instead of the wish fulfilled, they'll often experience some zoom, zoom in the room for a while. And sometimes they can't sleep, but they're awfully excited. And then comes the crash. And the next morning, I've lost the feeling. Yeah, you've lost the zoom zoom. So you got to make another cup of coffee and add some sugar and get a donut. Did you know Manifesting Mastery Deluxe costs about the same as a donut a day? Just saying. I took a photo. I went into the 7-Eleven the other day and I bought Victoria not one but two donuts. And I took a photo of the price. They were like $4 each Australian. That's like $3 each American. And the 90-day Manifesting Mastery Deluxe program, which it takes about, you know how much time it takes? Right? Everyone has enough time to drink a cup of coffee. That's how long it takes. That's how we designed the course. If you and I shared a cup of coffee today, this is what we'll do. See you tomorrow. And we would make it cost about the price of a cheap-ass little donut, $3 a day for 90 days. But it's on special now for $197 for 90 days. $1,000 worth of bonuses, private Facebook group, blah, blah, blah. 90 new videos, totally up to you. ManifestingMasteryDeluxe.com. But let's keep going. Because I'm intending on joining Manifesting Mastery Deluxe, Mr. 20. And intending almost comes after something all the time. Neville Goddard says to have a first-person action of self-predominant, imaginal experience that implies your wish is fulfilled. In other words, don't daydream about the wish. Don't make a movie about the wish. Because daydreams dissipate, and I've got all kind of good shit on this. And mind movies fade away. Movies fade away. You forget not only what happened in the movie, but you forget the feeling after a while. And if you're making mind movies or daydreaming, hey, that's fine. I'll point out they're a mistake. Some people say, but I love making them. I love how they make me feel. Well, I like results. I love how drinking, every day I have a cigar and a glass of whiskey, nice fine single malt, and I enjoy them, but they don't manifest anything. Just because something feels good doesn't mean it makes a difference. Anyway, I manifest up cigars and whiskey, but I seem to digress. So intentions do not manifest. What does? Implication. I imagine what implies. I made an amazing podcast. You know what I imagine? You. letting me know, you sharing this. I love when people share my shit. I do. I love when y'all write me. I do. I love whenever you sign up for stuff like Manifesting Mastery course. I get to know you. I do. We tell everyone, send us an update every 7 days. Play in the Facebook group. We've got a private little Facebook group for members only. And this is the stuff I imagine, because I'm going to celebrate you changing your life. Now here's the key. Ready? Yeah, everybody's on their own road trip. Right? Mine ended me up in Australia. Eltham, Australia. Eltham means village of God. And I literally live in a potter's house. A house built by a potter made of mud. My life's too fun. But I digress. Your road trip is not mine. Not everybody wants to be a happy, loving teacher or a happy, loving husband or a happy, loving puppy dad. I used to be a cat person. My ex-wife still is. Good lady. But I seem to digress because here's the thing. There's road rules. We're all on our own road trips, but there's road rules. Stay in your lane. Stop at the red light. Stay in the speed limit. There's road rules. My name is Mr. 2020. This is the Power of Imagination podcast, where we explore one thing and one thing only, the wonder-working power of the human imagination. And I invite you right now to do a one-sip simple experience and experience up the action of self-predominant, of something that implies, as we go into the silence. Neville Goddard ended his lectures with that. He didn't have you listen to Brian Wave recordings for 45 minutes or 45 hours. He didn't have you do kumbaya stuff. He would take about a minute or two after a lecture, go into the silence. In other words, ponder what we just did and do it. Any questions, please? And y'all struggle because you insist on doing what's slow. And I'm just inviting you to explore the truth about who you are and how this works. I used to teach affirmations, guys. I used to make brainwave recordings. But here's the thing. Intentions. I don't have good intentions. Never do. I have implications. I imagine what implies a wish fulfilled. And that's you having a more lovely life. And me having just done something that I love. Imagine implications from an identity. Happy Loving Teacher. My name is Mr. 2020. You are listening to the Power of Imagination podcast. Dive deeper, soar higher. See you on the inside.